of it in old New York.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it.
Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Sophie, and if you're not new here, welcome back to my channel. I make a bunch of different kinds of videos, lifestyle videos, grocery videos, fashion, things I love, vlogs, a whole bunch of different stuff. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you click down below so you can stay up to date with all my videos. And welcome to today's video, which is kind of spontaneous, kind of not. I've been wanting to do this, but I recently just cleaned my entire apartment and decluttered it and got it all ready to go. So I thought, what a better time to do a New York City apartment tour. Stay tuned. Let's get into it now. Okay, when you walk into my apartment, this is what you see. So normally my Swiffer and my broom, not out. They're usually here in this closet, which I'm actually not going to show you because it's literally so cluttered and dirty. But this is my first hall closet. This is the door that we just came through. Open up that door, and then right on your right, there's a hall closet. This is literally where I keep coats, travel, like luggage, as well as like decorations, my cleaning supplies. I just have these out because I need to Swiffer the bathroom yet. But that is what goes there. And as soon as you walk in, you have my bathroom, which I'll show you in a little bit. Then on the right, you have my closet, which again, I'm not really gonna show you because it's like, but it's kind of a walk-in closet, kind of. But I really like it. It's really big and it fits all of my clothes. It's perfect. Then over here you have these 5 shelves that I store all of my bathroom products on, as well as there's my ironing board. This is where I keep my extra toilet paper and stuff. And yeah, I love these shelves. It's perfect because as you'll see when we go to the bathroom, there's not really a lot of storage. Now, welcome to my bathroom. I love my bathroom. I think the check is so like, I don't know, so New York for some reason. You know, pretty standard. You have your toilet, cleaning supplies. This is where I keep my makeup, my toothbrushes, my face wash, my hand soap, a candle I like to burn. Yes, I use an itty bitty brush, but you know, that's just me. This is where my hairbrush goes. Down here is where I keep like, you know, cotton swabs, my hair stuff, lady things, just everything that you could need. My favorite part is that it comes with this medicine cabinet. And my medicine cabinet is where I keep all of my everyday things, you know, medicine, your face oil, your contacts, your gummies, things like that. My shower, which I know it looks like I have way too many shampoos and conditioners, but it's because these ones are almost about to go away and these are my new ones, so that's why I kind of have double right now. Nice little window that lets in some natural light. Like I said, it's like my favorite part of this whole apartment. My towels, this that I nailed into the wall, shh, don't tell my landlord. That holds my hand towel. And then on the back is where I put my, this is like my pajamas that I'm currently wearing, and another big towel. I actually recently just got these from Target. They're really big and soft and I'm very excited about them. Also, as soon as you walk in, this is my kind of like shoe situation. I don't love it, but this is really all we have to work with because there's nowhere to put my shoes in my closet. So this is kind of where I keep my sneakers, my other kind of slip-on shoes, my 2 pairs of booties, my shoes that I wear to work, and then those are Dan's like house sandals, and my boots are there. On top, this is where my mirror is. Hey. On top, I've been meaning to hang this mirror actually so that you can actually, oh, don't mind my garbage right there. So you can actually see your full body because when you stand here, this is like all you can see. I'd like to hang it up, but I just haven't gotten around to it, but that's in the works. Anyway, as soon as you come here, this is where I keep my notepads. Honestly, I don't use these. I just keep them here. All my sunglasses here. I always lay my keys right here. This has a bunch of like gift cards, my laundry card, things like that. And this is where I keep my purses that I'm using at the moment. So this one I always have here because I use this sporadically. And then this is the purse that I'm currently using every day. So I keep both of those right there. And like I said, my shoes are down there. Then if you turn, we have yet again more shoe storage. This is where I keep like my winter boots though. I mean, it hasn't snowed in New York yet, so you know, there's really no purpose for this boot tray just yet, but this is where I keep my boots and my house slippers. On top is where I keep my plethora of mittens and hats. Now, I need to go through this because I don't wear all of these hat and mittens, and it looks kind of crazy, but that's currently where I'm storing them. So as I go out the door, I just go, okay, hat, mittens, keys, door, out we go. Now here is an overview of my studio apartment. Again, it's one big room, but we kind of make it work. Through a lot of trial and error, I've figured out some ways to rearrange it and make it really work for me. So let's go in. On the left here, this is where you have my dresser. This dresser I actually got at a somebody's garage sale before I moved to New York. It was pretty cheap and it's absolutely beautiful. It just really needed washed up. It's in pretty good condition. It's missing one handle over there, which honestly is my fault. It wasn't like that when I bought it. I just haven't put it back on yet. But yeah, so this is where I keep all of my clothes that aren't like, that don't get hung up. Up here, I have two prints that I got at the Bryant Park Winter Village this past Christmas. I think they're super cute. I really like them. I think they kind of match the theme of my apartment very much, and they're just very me. So I got the prints at Bryant Park, and then the two frames I got at TJ Maxx. On top is where I keep all of my jewelry and all of my hair clips. Then in here I have scrunchies and necklaces, and in here is where I keep all of my headbands and head scarves. My two perfumes that I switch between every day, and then this little guy that I got from Greece when I studied abroad holds my Pandora bracelet and all of my rings that I wear every day. So I come over and pick out what hair accessory I'm gonna wear, put on my perfume, and put on my rings every morning. If you step back, this is my aquamarine IKEA chair. This chair was one of my very first big purchases on my own when I moved to my apartment. I saved up for it and I knew that I wanted it. My mom has this chair in her house and it's super comfy. So I thought, why not get it for my own apartment? And I got it in the aqua color, of course, because as you can probably tell, I'm obsessed. It's really comfy. It's honestly, you'd think it wouldn't be because it's not that like plushy, but it's honestly so comfortable. This blanket I just got for Christmas. My mom gave everyone in our family one of these plushy blankets, and I just switched it out because it's pink and I'm trying to like switch out for springtime from my black and white checkered like buffalo check blanket. I just switched it out. This is my comfy, the pink sweatshirt blanket that like you wear as a sweatshirt, but it's actually like a blanket. You've probably seen a ton. Dan got me this for Valentine's Day, and I honestly don't know where to store it. It's like my favorite thing in the world, but I genuinely don't know where to put it. So it kind of just hangs on the back of my chair for right now until I can like figure out a better solution. I think I'm gonna try to put it in my closet, but I don't really know. This pillow, contrary to me, you know, putting out the pink blanket for spring, is actually a really cute pillow I got at TJ Maxx, and it says, Santa Claus is coming to New York, and it was so cute to have out at Christmas time. And then I flipped it to this side for kind of like January, February, because I thought it was like I could still get away with it. But now I need to find a cover for it. So if you know a good place to get a cheap pillow cover, because it's a really nice pillow, I just want to cover it for the time that it's not Christmas. So if you know where to get a cute, cheap pillow cover, comment down below. Then over here, these are books that I just cleaned from my bookshelf, and then two pictures that I took out of frames that I want to keep and get new frames for, because the frames I had them in, I just didn't like that much anymore, so I want to get new frames for them. And this is actually a funny picture of my tennis team, and then a picture of my first kindergarten class that I taught last year. But yeah, but these are books that I just cleaned out my bookshelf, and these are books that I want to sell or donate. Honestly, I'm probably not going to get a lot of money for them because they're like old textbooks from grad school, so I think I'm just gonna donate them and get them out of my life. But that's why those are sitting there, because I don't know where else to put them right now. Then I have these two baskets that my mom and I got from Home Goods that hold both of my quilts, extra pillows, extra sheets, extra blankets. Living in a studio apartment, you kind of have to be really creative with your storage. You don't really have a lot of space to put things in drawers because you just don't have the space for it. So underneath there is actually where I keep extra sheets and extra blankets. And we kind of just, you know, put the prettier stuff on top, but that's actually where I store both of those. I love these baskets. They were such a good buy, and I actually have a third one on the other side of my apartment that you'll see in 1 second. So then over here we have, this actually used to be my nightstand when I lived in my apartment on Long Island before I moved to Queens, but now I just kind of use it as storage for my Wi-Fi boxes. I recently switched my Wi-Fi from Verizon to Spectrum, and their boxes are huge, and you'll see in a second, I can't put them on top of my TV. So I kind of just put them here, and then in the drawer, I store a bunch of extra cables, like extra phone chargers, extra computer chargers. This is like random cords that came with my TV and internet that I just kind of like hide away. This is a really cute sign my mom got me when I became a teacher. Isn't that adorable? Then on top, I have my little light letterboard. I love turning this on. I'll move my bunny for a second. I love turning this on. Sorry. I love turning this on at nighttime because it just gives a little like night light, and I think it's so cute. I just recently switched out the saying from a Valentine's one to a more neutral one. So I switched it to Happy Home. And then this is actually supposed to be a jelly bean jar, but I wanted to fill it with these colorful pom-poms because I thought it was so cute. And I think the green looks absolutely perfect next to this green on the sign. So I just really love how that turned out. I have my bookcase. Now this bookcase, I cannot even tell you where it's from. It's that old. Like I used to, when I was a kid, do you remember Angelina Ballerina? So Angelina Ballerina was like part of like, I think the American Girl collection. And Angelina Ballerina, my mom painted, so I had the Angelina Ballerina, and then my mom painted this like a light green, and then she decorated the inside with all of the home furniture from Angelina Ballerina so that I could play like this was house. Like, if that's not the sweetest, cutest thing you've ever heard, then like, just click out of this video. Like, that is too adorable. So we've kept it, and then my mom actually used it, I think, for storage in the basement once I grew older and didn't play with Angelina Ballerina anymore. And then she let me take it to college, and we painted it, I believe, turquoise. And then after we painted it turquoise, we painted it navy to take to my apartment on Long Island because I was sharing with a roommate, and we decided to go with like navy to keep it kind of neutral in the living room. And I have always meant to paint this ever since I moved into my own apartment, but I never did. So yeah. On the bottom, we have a whole bunch of my books. Yes, I have a ton, even more books. Some sentimental things, some card games, matches, and then more just like sentimental items, like my trinkets from Colombia, a framed picture that my friend Tracy gave me when I moved to New York, my award from last year, my Polaroid camera, just like little trinkets to keep there. And then on top, you have my gigantic TV. Right behind my TV, you actually have this beautiful print that my mom got me that has a whole bunch of New York stuff. I think it's literally so cute. Like, look at all the adorable New York, like, touristy, landmarky things. Like, I just think it's adorable, and I think it looks perfect back here. You have my absolute favorite thing about this apartment, which is all of the natural light. So this is one of my huge windows. Just have some white curtains from Target, and then I always have garland on this because I don't know, I just like love garland of any kind. So I recently just switched it out for my Valentine's Day to these little arrows, these little handmade arrows. I don't know if you can really see that because there's so much, it's so backlit. But I absolutely love them. I think they just look so cute here. So yeah, I'll probably keep those up. I don't know, I'm gonna see if I like it. Then you have my radiator. And my coffee table. This gold coffee table, it looks kind of short, but that's actually why I love it. This is another thing that I purchased. It was like one of my very first big purchases from my apartment, and I absolutely love it. It's just gold, it's metal, and I think it's so great to just, because you can sit, like you can sit on the ground and it's at the perfect height to put stuff on. So if you want to sit here and work, sit here and eat, in front of the TV, I think it's beautiful. On top, I have this little bunny for Easter that was from the $3 section at Target last year. And I just love him. I think he's so cute. Then I have my 2 Fiesta bowls that hold my dead matches and my new matches, and then my favorite candle, which if you haven't seen my favorites video, I'll have it on a little link up on the top here. My favorites video for January, I actually talk about this candle, so go check that out. You have my trundle bed. This bed was a decision that, with the help of my mom, we made to get as my bed for my apartment because we knew I was living in a studio and we thought a day bed would be perfect. So then I could set it up like a couch during the day. This is before I had like my chair. I could set it up as a couch during the day. And then if anybody wanted to come stay at my apartment, I mean, it's pretty small. Normally I don't have really guests here really, but if anybody wanted to come stay at my apartment, they could pull out the trundle underneath. So I'm not gonna lie, this bed has been very good to me. It's given me a good 2 years, but I am so ready to not sleep on a twin size anymore. Like, I just need a full size bed, man. I can't do it anymore. I mean, it's really great. It's been tried and true to me. And I think for anyone who's starting out in a studio apartment, a trundle bed or a day bed like this is absolutely perfect. But man, I miss a full bed. So anyway, this bedding, I honestly don't even know where some of this is from. I think these sheets on the bottom trundle bed are from Walmart. My comforters are from the company store. These I think are from TJ Maxx. Same with this quilt pillow sham. My body pillow, I have no idea. I bought my freshman year of college. This blanket is actually from Pottery Barn, and let me tell you, my grandmother bought me this, and this blanket literally looks like I just bought it, right? I've had it for probably 5 years, and it is the best heavy-duty blanket. If you have anxiety and you like a weighted blanket, but you don't want to actually buy a weighted blanket, this is so heavy. It keeps me so warm in the winter. It honestly, thank you, Mimi. Best gift ever. Above my bed on this side, I never actually hung anything above my bed here because quite frankly, I just can't figure out what to put. I don't know if I should put a mirror, shelves, I don't really know. I'm kind of giving up at this point. But here is where I've stored some of my Greek mementos from when I studied abroad in Greece. I had these 4 prints made when I came back from my trip, and my mom hung them up for me. Thank you, Mom. Because she has the eye for it. She hung them up here, and then that's actually my Greek wind chime that I bought on Paros when I lived there. And I love it because it just reminds me of honestly like the best time of my life. I absolutely loved being in Greece, and one day when I get over my plane anxiety, we will return. Then this table is actually so cool. My mom and I got this right when I learned I was moving to Long Island, right after like I got into Hofstra. My mom and I bought this. It's actually like a suitcase. So like these will actually open. Like this is a suitcase turned into a side table. And I think it's honestly so cool. Like I absolutely love it. And in here, I used to store all of my records, but I kind of have too many now to keep in there. And it's kind of not really accessible to reach. So I actually just keep, again, more like cords and electronic devices and old headphones, boxes to old iPhones and computers and stuff. Like I just keep all of that in this little area. It probably could be better organized, but like that's what I'm doing currently. Then on top, I just have this little bunny plate for the Easter holiday that I got at Home Goods. This little seashell, it's not a seashell, it's a cupcake. Doesn't it look like a cupcake holder? My mom got that for me a couple Christmases ago, and I love it. It just holds these little, you can get these around Christmas time. That's why it's like a Christmas tree scent. And I've honestly had this for so long. I never really burned this candle, but I love having it in this little cupcake holder because I just think it's so cute. Then I have chapstick. As you will notice, I have chapstick. I literally have chapstick there. You'll see that I have chapstick on my desk. I have chapstick here because anywhere in my house, I never want to have to get up to get chapstick. I'm obsessed. So right here, I have a little apple pie one from Whole Foods. This llama, my Trudy actually gave me, and you're actually supposed to put a plant in it, like grow a plant or put a fake succulent in here, but I use it to hold my remote to my TV, and I just think it's really funny and cute. And then this little, what would you call this? Doily? Yeah, like a doily almost. This is from the Pioneer Woman collection at Walmart. I absolutely am obsessed with them. You'll see them in my kitchen when we go there next. I just have the mini version here to put underneath my llama friend. Here is a little storage space that actually my Aunt Michelle gave to me. She bought it for her apartment, not her apartment, for her home, and she ended up not using it, so she gave it to me. So shout out to you, Aunt Michelle. Thank you so much. This used to store a bunch of kitchen stuff when I lived on Long Island, but now my kitchen is bigger and has more storage, so I don't use it for that. Really what I keep in here is art supplies, notebooks, candles, my little Dagny Dover travel electronic case, which if you haven't seen my review on it on my blog post, click the link down below for my my website, quitesimplysophie.org, and you can check out my review on that. I absolutely love it. I keep my letterboard stuff. So yeah, this is kind of just like a mishmash of storage things. And this is every single house in America has one of these. My junk drawer. There's personal information in there, so I'm not gonna go through it, but like, I just keep junk in there for real. On top though, we have this cute little situation, which is my record player. My records currently displaying my beautiful John Mayer, love you. Two little owls that are actually salt and pepper shakers, but I don't use them for that. I just think they're cute. This little wooden bowl, not bowl, what would you call this? A tray that holds all of my earrings. This is actually like an eraser I took from a child that, I don't know, somehow ended up in here. So yeah, that's where I store these. These I actually got in Colombia. Look at how beautiful these are. Oh, I love those so much. Then I just have a little Easter tree I got at, again, the Target Walmart, not the Target Walmart. I got it at the Target $1 section. This is a picture of my Mimi and Papa that used to be in my childhood bedroom that I actually stole from my mom and brought here because I love my Mimi and Papa. My Papa not recently, it was 5 years ago, Sophie, but my Papa passed away. So I like having this picture of him and Mimi together because like, look at how happy they look. I just love them. So I like having them there as like a reminder of like my grandparents. And then on top, I just have these two little trinkets, you know, just hung up, love you more, a little S, you know, whole situation. Then here you have my desk. This is actually where I used to do schoolwork when I was in grad school, but since I've graduated, this is where I do all of my blog work, and actually Dan uses this a lot to do homework when he's here as well. This desk actually I've had since I was a child. Like since I was really, really small. I think I was like 10 when I got this for Christmas. There's actually on the other side, there's supposed to be a pull-out drawer, but I never used the pull-out drawer and I think it actually broke. So I just turned it around to face the wall so that the back side is actually here. And then this is the original chair. Now the desk used to have a hutch. This is from Pottery Barn. I believe Pottery Barn Teen maybe? And it used to have a hutch on top, kind of like you see in like college dorm rooms. And then that hutch had like drawers that pulled out, but it was just so big and bulky and I didn't really use it for anything. So one day I just told my mom, I'm like, sorry, I know this is like my childhood desk, but I'm getting rid of it. And she was like, literally put it outside, get rid of it. So I just have the desk now and I actually love how it looks now. On top, I just keep my AirPods. I keep some paper clips, my Flair pen obsession, as you can see. My charger for my phone actually goes in this mug back, not my phone, my computer goes back here. I know it says warm and cozy on it, but like, I don't know, I just always keep it in there. This is where I keep some like important documents, poems on sheets of paper, my manuscript, notes from my professors, like things I just can't get rid of really. Kind of stay in this little area, random notepads, like, yeah. Keep it in my little owl. This lamp that I actually don't love, like it gives off really good light, but it's just so big. I would really like a smaller one, but that's what we're working with now. I have my computer, my two laptop cases because one is for my personal computer, one's for my work computer. I have this, which holds all of my to-do lists, my beloved meal planner. This is a bunch of paperwork that I have to deal with for taxes, checklists, pens, my Wi-Fi password for nobody literally ever comes to my apartment because it's so small. But if I ever have friends over, my Wi-Fi password is there. More chapstick. And then my essential oils diffuser. I'm actually diffusing. This was in my weekly 5 faves on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go check it out. The link is always down below. But this was in my 5 faves. It's the Breathe Easy from Nature's Truth. That's what I'm diffusing right now. I love this diffuser. My mom bought this for me. It's from Home Goods. And it goes for literally 12 hours. So I go to sleep with lavender on and then I wake up with lavender on. It's amazing. My little carafe that holds my water, which actually needs refilled because I'm on my last leg here. This I got at the $3 section at Target and it's amazing. I think it's so cute. Now I don't have to run to the sink every time I want to fill my diffuser. This little guy holds, when Dan comes over, this is where he puts his keys, his chapstick, all of his stuff. This is actually his T-Mobile card. I don't know if he needs that, so that's why I'm putting it in his little designated cup, which I just think is so cute and funny. And then on top, we have my little letterboard that my mom got me. I just changed it from something Valentine's Day-ish to Home Sweet Home. And then I'm not gonna zoom in on my calendar because I don't want you to see all of the content that's coming for February, but this is my blogging / YouTube calendar. So yeah, I don't want you to see, but that's what I put there. Another one of my creative solutions for living in a studio apartment. This kind of like trash can looking situation actually holds cleaners, extra light bulbs, extension cords, and what else? Oh, and like it used to hold extra paper towels, but now in my kitchen I've actually made space for paper towels, but that's where I used to keep like all sorts of stuff like that. These are 2 books that I need to lesson plan for school that are just kind of chilling here right now. And then here is my bar cart / extra storage for all of my mugs. So again, I would love to use this for entertaining, but my house is literally so small. I don't really entertain anybody, so this is pretty much just for me. This is where I keep all of my mugs because I have sentimental attachment to mugs. Like I got this in Greece. This is my first ever Lycombe mug. This was a gift from my mom, gifts from my students. Like I just have sentimental attachment to them and I can't keep them all in my kitchen, so they stay here. Here's where I have actual like Moscow Mule glasses, wine glasses. This little glass, a student gave me this last year, kindergartner, isn't it funny? My wine bottle opener. And then on top is where we keep the very last of my Jameson. This, I don't drink Jameson that often, so this has lasted me probably like 8 months. And then this little bar cart set with the ice and the tongs and the little mixer. We actually use this when Dan makes me a drink. He actually uses this, so this does get a lot of use, actually. That is all from Home Goods is where I got that little set. And then this little case is something that one of my friends in college gave me. She made it for me and I think it's really cute. I used to store my jewelry, but I keep it here just to kind of give it some elevation on the bar cart so it looks a little cuter. So yeah, I like how it turned out. This is the blanket that I said I put away and swapped out for the pink. It's in my last little bin, my last little basket. And then my little night owl. He's a little dirty. I probably don't need him anymore, but he's just kind of chilling there. Then welcome to my kitchen. The lighting has changed throughout this video so much because it's getting to be like 4 o'clock, so the sun's like kind of, you know, getting ready to go down. It's not on top of us anymore. But like, look at how beautiful. This is why I love this studio apartment. Look at that light. Look at these 2 windows. So yeah, welcome to my kitchen. My kitchen is my favorite part of my whole apartment. It's really important to me to have a kitchen because I absolutely love to cook. So it's like super essential for me to have an amazing kitchen, and I do. So let's start over here. This is my kitchen island. Now, the man who lived here before me, when he was showing me the apartment, actually used this as his desk, and then he had a full bed that went out this way. Now, I didn't want that because I wanted to be able to use this as like a kitchen table. He basically said he used this as his office / kitchen table, but I hate doing that. Like, I want a separate space to do work and eat dinner, so I don't use it for that. I use it as strictly kitchen related. Here I have my 2 placemats from the Pioneer collection at Walmart. I have my lovely collection of Fiesta ware, my little sugar bowl, my honey jar, my Chelsea Market cookbook from my Secret Santa, thank you Taylor, my Fiesta ware butter dish and the salt and pepper shakers that match, a little Bath & Body Works limoncello candle. This I actually got from Home Goods. I think it's adorable and I think it matches my kitchen very well and it gives it just like a little like spring theme. My stash of peanut butter cups, necessary. A candle, toothpicks for, you know, when you need them. And then Dan and I's collection of beer bottle caps that he says we're gonna do something with. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll have to see. And then on top we have my calendar. This is different from my like YouTube blog calendar. This is like my personal calendar and I absolutely love it. It's always in my kitchen so I know what's going on. Then if you turn over here, I have my TV. This used to be, believe it or not, my TV that was on top of my bookcase and it was so small you could barely see it from my bed. So now I've moved it into my kitchen and I didn't think I'd use it that much, but I actually use it all the time. So I used to whenever I was cooking, because obviously you can't see the TV to the living room from my kitchen. So whenever I was cooking and I wanted to watch something, I always have my laptop here, which really takes up a lot of space and you can't cook as well. So then now I just have this TV over here and it actually works out really well. Then I have my little, I don't even know what you call this. My little jar has tea in it. My dishwasher, which is a New York City kind of steal. Not a lot of them have dishwashers if you go into Manhattan, but it's a perk of living in Queens. You have a dishwasher. Then we have up here, this is my first cabinet. This is where I keep all of my glasses and bowls and my coffee. Here we have my pantry, which looks pretty small, but I'm just one person. This is where I keep my spices, my baking stuff, all of my other pantry items, and then chips and snacks. Oh, and baking items up top. Over here, we have cereal and my travel mugs, pastas and rice, cookies and crackers, and some other stuff I don't really use up there. Here we have my sink, which I actually just recently, oh, that has to go in the dishwasher. This little sponge guy, I love him in this little container. These Class from Trader Joe's are also new, and I absolutely love them as well. My dish soap and hand soap, my magic eraser, because I was trying to get some of this, like, I don't even know what this is on the wall. It might be like soap residue. I'm not really sure. I was trying to get it off with the magic eraser, and it's not really working. Then we have my mom's KitchenAid mixer. She got the new turquoise KitchenAid mixer, so she gave me her old one. And I literally love it so much. My baking game has been upped significantly. This is a container that I store my rolls in. You know, in New York, you gotta have a roll, gotta have a bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll, you gotta have a deli sandwich on a roll, BLT on a roll. You eat everything on a roll. So this is where I store my rolls when I have them. I gotta go get some from the deli, actually. My paper towel holder. Sorry, it's about to get real sunny. Ta-da! Again, here we are being creative. My toaster oven doesn't really fit on my counters. So my toaster oven goes there, and when I plug it in, I move it here and plug it in there. But I don't like to keep it there because actually when I have dishes that need to be hand dried, I put them on a little drying rack right here, so I can't store that there, so it lives on top of my heater. Do I love it? Not really, but you know, you do what you gotta do. I have my 3 little plants here that actually one of these, which one is it? I believe this one, actually my great grandmother had and grew. Isn't that crazy that succulents last that long? Like my great grandmother had this and now it's mine in my apartment. And I have 2 other ones. I think my Mimi and I planted these before I moved to Long Island, and look how much they've grown. I think when we planted these, they were like this high. This whole guy wasn't even here. And then I keep an American flag here all the time because I just, you know, I think I just need it. I need it in my life. These curtains, this like buffalo check curtain is from Target. Here's where I keep all my towels. Here's where I keep all my Tupperware. Look at how organized my Tupperware is, guys. Never in my life has it been that organized. This is where I keep all of my cleaning supplies, extra plastic bags, gotta reuse those, garbage bags. Here's where I have all of these kind of cooking items. 2 bowls of potatoes. I made potato soup this weekend. I didn't use as much as I thought I would. This is my utensil holder right now. I don't love this. I need a new one, but I just can't find any that I love. So right now it's holding that. My knife set. Here's where I keep napkins and my lunch boxes. My microwave. My stove. My beautiful little ladle holder from Anthropologie. How freaking cute is that? My cinnamon rolls that I made this morning, just kind of chilling. My refrigerator, my freezer, my meal plan, my bread box, my coffee maker. Up here is where I keep like my crock pot and some mixing bowls, and this is where I keep all my extra paper towels. And then we have my trash cans. And yeah, this is my kitchen. We sit on these stools. These bar stools are from Target, and they're absolutely the best purchase I ever made. I was eating on the floor for about the first 2 weeks I lived in my apartment, and then I bought these stools, and now we can sit here and eat. And yeah, I love my little kitchen. It's teeny tiny, and you know, things don't really fit where they're supposed to, but I love it. So let's talk about my apartment a little bit. I really hope that you enjoyed the tour. It went faster than I thought. I thought that would take a lot longer to show you everything, but it really didn't. Then again, I do live in a studio, so like, who am I kidding? But yeah, so let's talk about my apartment a little bit. So I live in Queens. I live in Bayside. I love Bayside. It's a great neighborhood. It's very quiet. Like, listen. Now again, it is a Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, but still, it's really quiet. Sometimes it can get loud during like, you know, when people are coming home from work and they're trying to find parking and stuff, but it's normally pretty quiet. And it's a very chill, like safe neighborhood. I've never felt like scared or like I was in danger. And I know some people might think that about Queens, which I think is like a really weird stigma. I think Queens is very safe depending on where you are. I think my area is perfectly fine. I've never felt like scared or weird in it at all. I love my apartment. My realtor is super nice. My super is super nice. He's literally the nicest guy in the world. One time I locked myself out of my apartment and he was there in literally 10 minutes with a new key. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like, I'm such an idiot. Like, I can't, and he goes, it's okay. He then goes, he's like, make copies. And I go, I can make copies? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I feel like an idiot. So now I have copies of my keys and I've never locked myself out again. But yeah, he's literally the nicest guy in the world. I got really lucky because on Long Island, I didn't really have such a great experience with where I was living in terms of like my landlord and like the people that were my neighbors. So I'm really very lucky. My neighbors are very, very nice. They put my packages outside my door. My super, like I said, is amazing. My realtor is amazing. Just everything about where I live is super nice. It is very expensive, and I'm just gonna be blunt. Sometimes when I watch New York City apartment tours, people don't like to say their rent, which I think is so like that's the whole reason people clicked on the video, because they want to see what they can get for the money that they're paying. So I'm just gonna put it out there, like I don't care. And you can, you know, if you want to be like, oh my gosh, that's so much money, like go ahead, it is a lot of money, but it's where I live. I do pay $14.75 to live in this apartment, which by the size of it, you're probably like, what, why? But you pay to live where you live. I mean, I live in one of the greatest cities in the world. I'm a 20-minute train ride from Manhattan. I'm a 20-minute commute, no traffic, to my job. I'm close to literally everything I could ever want. I can walk downtown to a great bar scene. I can walk to a grocery store. I can walk to a Starbucks. Like, I can go anywhere and do anything that I want. It's literally within 5 minutes of me. So you are paying for where you are located. And, you know, I do have a really nice place. This is a really nice apartment. It does have its flaws and it is kind of small, but I don't think, I mean, do I think I pay too much money? Yeah, who out there is gonna be like, yeah, $14.75 is a good price for a studio apartment. But I'm not gonna complain about it because I get to live my dream and you just make it work. So yeah, that's where I live, how it is, how much I pay. I've lived here for almost 2 years. This is the first place I've ever lived on my own, so it's very special to me. You know, I'm thinking about moving in the upcoming year, making some lifestyle changes, which I'm very, very excited about. But this place will always just have like a really special place in my heart because it's where I first moved. A lot of what's in this apartment I bought with my own money. I've consistently paid the rent every single month on my own. I've never had to ask for help, which I know seems like a given, but I'm really proud of that because there were some times where I was making some career changes where it got a little tight, and I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, but I made it work, and there's not been a month where I've had to ask for help to pay for it or I've not paid on time. So I'm really quite proud of that. And yeah, it's just always gonna hold this like special memory in my heart. And I love this apartment, and I hope you like coming on the tour. If you have any questions about maybe things that I talked about that I didn't tell you where they were from, or you want a link for, comment down below, I'll try to find it for you. If you have any questions about living in New York, about finding an apartment in New York, or the Queens area, or Long Island, I mean, I got them all. If you wanna see a whole separate video about that, about my apartment hunting for my upcoming apartment, if you'd like to see a video on that, I'd love to make it for you. Just, you know, click subscribe and let me know. Okay, bye guys.